Big news coming from Spain that La Liga are looking to take one match per season stateside. This is what Javier Tebas, the La Liga president, had to say. If the NBA and the NFL play their games outside their countries, why wouldn't the Spanish league do it? It's important to develop our brand. Well, this came with the news that La Liga has signed a 15-year deal with Relevent Sports. We welcome in their executive chairman to the show, Charlie Stillitano. Charlie, lots of rumours about how this is all going to work, so I'm not sure how much you can tell me, but suggestions that this game is going to be in Miami and it's either going to be Real Madrid or Barcelona against another side.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of speculation right now, but we really, look, it's a 15-year deal. We want to start it out right. We want to put our best foot forward for La Liga. Obviously, we have to have a recognizable team. You know, if this is 2-3 years from now, it becomes maybe less important. But I think it's critical that we have one of the top 5 or 6 teams that's recognizable. Obviously, everyone knows Barca and Real Madrid, but equally people know Atletico Madrid, Sevilla, Valencia. I think it's got to be one of the bigger teams.
And how's it going to work regarding, is it going to be a game that you're going to take away from the Bernabeu or an away match against another side?
Well, we haven't decided yet. We're working with the league right now, and it's not, nothing's been decided. We just have to find the right game in the calendar. We want to do it this season. And most likely it'll be at a smaller stadium, a smaller venue's home match. And so we can accommodate some of the fans. We'll figure out different ways to accommodate the fans. But we haven't decided yet. And the other part will probably be that we want it to be so there's not a cup game in between, and so there's a little bit of rest for the players. So we're trying to respect the game, trying to respect the players. We know it's a new thing, and obviously in Europe you're outside the Champions League. You're not really traveling great distances, but this would be a big trip without question. Not sure it's Miami. We've got many cities calling us already. They're excited about it, which helps us a great deal, helps La Liga. And we'll see. Obviously, Mr. Ross owns the Miami Dolphins and Hard Rock Stadium. That has to be a consideration. But depending on when we have the game, there might be events there. For example, we're hosting the Miami Open at Hard Rock. So that may be during the time when we can get the game. A lot depends yet on the league situation, you know, our discussions with them and where we end up.
And here's the thing, Charlie, of course, this has upset a lot of people, this news, and you can understand why. You explain that maybe it will be a smaller team. Their home match against Real Madrid could be taken away from them. But that takes away some of the heart, the grassroots love of the game, isn't it? If you're a season ticket holder, you're with your family, you want to go and see Real Madrid. Instead, you're not going to pay for these fans to fly over to Miami, for example, to watch it. So you're losing some of the heart and soul of the game just for the money.
Well, I respect that. I'm not sure it's the money. It's not really, at this point, a big part of our deal is, you know, we have TV rights, we have games, we have sponsor rights. We're doing a lot of things for the league over a 15-year period. And the idea is to build the brand so we can bring more money to the league. This specific game won't be a huge money game. This would be more of a brand-building promotional exercise. But
you're still taking away that experience of the fans, the real fans.
I think you're right, unless you assume that there's no real fans here. Does it always have to be real fans? Have to be local? You know, these brands are now global. So I would guarantee you that there's people in Singapore or in Argentina that they're the biggest. They believe they're the biggest Real Madrid or Barcelona, Valencia fans. So I think I think there is. I could see both sides of it, and I could see the local fans being upset. But let's figure out how it goes, and let's figure out how we can accommodate them.
Look, people don't like change. People don't like change. You mentioned the local, a smaller club maybe not going to see Real Madrid or Barcelona pitch up. Well, what's the fan of this smaller club? What enjoyment are they getting seeing Ronaldo as he was, or Messi as he was, pitching up and smashing them by 5 or 6 goals?
Because it's the experience.
What, an experience in watching your team getting pummeled? Don't talk nonsense, man.
But hold on.
It's not nonsense when you factor in that there's pro-rel. When a team can get relegated based off these 3 points, it's an official match game. What's your best opportunity to beat a big club like Real Madrid or Barcelona? It's at home. It's not an away match. So when you factor that in, that it's not an open system, it's not a closed system like it is in the States, it's an open system, that changes everything.
Well, and for me, as well, sorry, Ty, but just to Craig's point, if I'm a fan of a small club and I'm taking my kids to go see my small club play against a Real Madrid or Barcelona, yes, we might get pummeled, but it might be my only opportunity or my kids' only opportunity to see these players in the flesh. And all of a sudden, you know, that's not an option anymore.
This is not about... I mean, let's put away the handkerchiefs here and all the crying about this. At the end of the day, you know, let's be open-minded, right? Let's be open-minded. When I woke up this morning and I read the news, the amount of negativity around this was absolutely frightening. Oh, let's hope the Premier League never do this. Oh, this is a... Honestly,
didn't the Premier League try and do it? And everybody actually told them that they couldn't do it.
If somebody sits down, if somebody sits down, I'm open-minded. If somebody sits down and explains to me how this is going to be an absolute disaster, then I'll listen. I will listen. But on the face of it, why is everybody so negative about it? Because for one game a fan and maybe a couple of kids won't get to a game.
It's that exactly, the uncertainty of things. You mentioned it. Why is everybody so negative? You don't know. You don't know if it's going to impact with the pro rel. You don't know if it's going to impact.
What's it going to impact pro relegation?
The gate, for example, of a small team like this. Charlie, will they get a cut of the gate? Will they get a cut of TV revenue going in? You know, these are factors that we don't know.
And is it for the whole league? Is it for the whole league? Or is it for the top sides? So what are you trying to do to make it better for the top sides or for the whole league?
Yeah, you're trying to build the league and build its brand in the States. And so you're telling me if you're a small team that no one has heard about you outside of Spain, and now you're going and you're going to play in New York or Miami, and you're going to be on global TV where the entire world wants to see you. That's bad because I'm not sure. And we're not going to put a team in a situation where they're going to lose money to travel. This has to be, we're going to make the home team as whole as we possibly can. And the other thing we're going to do is we're already talking about ways how we can please the home fans. So I think I'm on Craig's side here. I think we're overreacting at this point. And I get it. No one likes change. But, you know, when I was a kid, baseball was played 100% in the States, and so was football, and so was basketball. And now these sports are enormous, and one of the things that make them enormous is this travel and exposing their brand outside their local territory.